us completely. In the modern world, mental health disorders have become a leading cause of disability globally, exacerbating human health. With the divine blessings of Lord Dhanvantriji, hope lies in Ayurveda. Dr. Navdeep Sharma, a spiritual healer from the city of the Golden Temple. His graduation from Sri Lakshmi Narayan Ayurvedic College, one of the oldest institute in our country, associate with Sri Durgyana Education Foundation. His masters from the University of Madras. His PhD in the role of Ayurvedic herbs in psychological disorders. Listed in the World Book of Records for promoting Ayurveda and developing a chain of Ayurvedic treatment and Panchkarma centers in various parts of the globe. Dr. Navdeep Sharma को दुनिया भर में आयुर्वेद का जागरूक
A very good evening to all of you in this evening live interactive session of ours, and a good morning to you who are joining us from Canada. Appreciate you this afternoon by you watching this. From Canada, US, and other parts of the globe, good morning. And today the live session which we will be having with you is the international live session which we have as the international time zone. And before I proceed and go ahead with your questions, I would first like to continue with one of my topics of discussion which I was just having pre-live with one of our patients from US. I hope, sir, you are there with us, and Mr. and Mrs. Ranjan, I hope you are there with us. And it is a matter of interest for all of us, and that is the role of spiritualism in your autistic child. Many a times when the parents, they connect with me and I am giving them guidelines on what to be done for the child suffering from autism in autistic phase, I guide them to keep their child as spiritual as possible. Now, why? Is it due to some religion that I am doing that? If we talk about religion, the only belief which I ask the parents to be doing this for the child is that in psychology, one is the conscious, one is the subconscious, one is the superconscious. And generally whenever we are giving treatment and whenever we are doing ABA, our key target is to ensure that the subconscious mind is working to a far greater extent than the conscious. So when we supplement that working with the superconscious, now the superconscious, the preconscious also we call it. Psychology believes that superconscious, that preconscious is somewhat related to that innate learning. So if we can somewhat supplement that superconscious by increasing the spirituality at our home or the spirituality for our child by regularly taking him to the place of our worship, it may be a church, it may be a mosque, it may be a temple, it may be a gurdwara, it may be any other place where we have belief and we worship, that will really help your child to have a better preconscious, to have a better subconscious working, and that really works a lot for the unexperienced self-laughter of your child. So, that is why Mr. and Mrs. Ranjan, I was telling you about the superconscious. Now, going to the questions, the first question, I will be prioritizing the questions of our members, and there may be some questions which I may miss out due to that. My sincere apologies in the beginning itself, because the questions of our members are out there, but it in no way means that other questions won't be taken. Wherever I can spare out some time, I will be taking the other questions also. Dakshesh Patel ji, your question is, मस्कुलर वीकनेस इतना है कि खुद बैठता नहीं है और खुद खड़ा नहीं हो सकता, और उसको मालूम नहीं होता कि खड़ा कैसे होना है और बैठना कैसे है। स्पीच डिले है उसको मालूम कुछ नहीं पड़ता, पुअर आई कांटेक्ट है, सब हम ठीक कैसे कर सकते हैं? नरेंद्र इज योर कोऑर्डिनेटर, एंड इट हैज़ बीन मेंशन कि एज 3.3 साल है, और साथ में क्योंकि आपने बताया है कि माइलस्टोन्स डिलेड है, मोटर फंक्शंस भी आपने बताया कि डिलेड है, जैसा आपने बताया मिस्टर पटेल कि बेटा बैठ नहीं सकता है, वीकनेस है, कारण जानना बड़ा जरूरी है। देखिए, एक होता है ऑटिज्म, एक होता है वर्चुअल ऑटिज्म और एक होता है मस्कुलर वीकनेस विद ऑटिज्म। अब ये उतना कॉमन नहीं है हर ऑटिस्टिक बच्चे में। हर ऑटिस्टिक बच्चा ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बैठ नहीं पाएगा, चल नहीं पाएगा। जनरली उन लोगों के केस में बहुत बढ़िया स्ट्रेंथ रहती है ऑटिस्टिक बच्चों के केस में। तो यहाँ ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि दक्षेश में ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है। तो डिटेल्स आप शेयर करिए, हमारी टीम को एनालाइज करने दीजिए, ताकि एक बार हम कारण जान सकें प्रॉपर, और उस कारण को जान करके फिर उस कारण को दूर भी कर सकें। पॉजिटिव बात क्या है कि एज 3.3 इयर्स है। अभी इस एज में कारण भले ही कोई भी हो, क्योंकि सही एज में आप आ रहे होंगे तो हमारा काम एज कंपेयर टू एक बड़ी एज के जो है वो इजियर हो जाता है। सो प्लीज कुछ फर्दर डिटेल्स हमारे साथ शेयर करें, और इस उम्र का फायदा उठाना है हमें। ये सब कुछ इसलिए संभव है कभी दक्षेश की एज 3.3 इयर्स है। सो हमें अगर इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं मस्कुलर फ्रंट के ऊपर भी उसके, तो किसी भी केस में इस एज को जाने नहीं देना है। अनिमेश दास जी, अनिमेश जी, आरोग्य ज्योति के केस में आपने बताया है कि वी हैव बीन टेकिंग आयुर्वेदिक ट्रीटमेंट फॉर आवर सन आरोग्य ज्योति दास सिंस 2023। The treatment initially began with Brenovar Plus and Sarpagandha. And during the first week of treatment, we observed stomach upset. After consulting with doctor, dosage was reduced, symptoms normalized. We later resumed the original dosage. After around 3 months, we noticed positive improvements, including reduced hyperactivity, improved sitting tolerance, nose screening, hand flapping or eye cornering, noticeable improvement in sleep patterns. In February 2024, we were advised to start Shiropichu with pumpkin oil. After starting this oil, we observed a return of hyperactivity, screaming and disturbances. We reported this to hospital. They recommended Panchkarma therapies, stating it would be regulating in behavior. एंड आपने जानना चाहा है, आपने बाकी की, you have shared all the details with me, Animesh ji, and yes, Panchkarma is also always going to help. It's not just Panchkarma. When you are there with us for indoor treatment, along with the Panchkarma, it is the psychotherapy that is done in that positive phase of mind. Now, when we do Panchkarma for a child, and that is not a normal Panchkarma. For example, now this is a place where a dhara is done, and when you see in the videos in Ayurveda, you will see dhara is being done over here. In the pictures also which you see online for Shirodhara, you will always see a Shirodhara being done over here, here, oil is being poured over there. Now that may not be that bad for a relaxation Shirodhara, but when we are doing a dhara for autistic child, it has to be a therapeutic Shirodhara where the child is getting the benefit out of that dhara. So dhara is meant to be done over here, जहाँ पे तिलक लगाया जाता था, this place. So when we do a dhara over there, and then we need to see whether a dhara is being done in a clockwise way or in an anti-clockwise way. Both are different. So we need to be very particular on how we are doing a dhara. When we do a dhara in a proper way, we are actually working on the bridging between the conscious and the subconscious mind, and we can increase the speed of interaction, we can reduce the speed of interaction, we can increase the percentage working of conscious, we can increase the percentage working of subconscious. And when we do that, and that is synergized by a psychotherapeutic team, because they know what we are doing, our Panchakarma team, our Ayurvedic doctors are in good tandem with our psychotherapy team. So when both those things they go tandem in tandem, the results are miraculous. So yes, you may be right, you may have done a Shiropichu at your home. There may be some technical wrongs in doing that Shiropichu. Although Shiropichu seems a very safe therapy, it seems like just dipping oil and placing it over here. But how much time it has to be placed, how much force has to be applied, how much oil has to be dipped, which oil has to be used, how much needs to be the temperature of the oil, how frequently it needs to be done, which time of the day it has to be done. There are lot many factors which are to be considered. So, if your time doesn't allow, always prefer doing it at your home. But when you're doing it at your own home, do ensure that at least one session of guided Panchakarma, which we call home Panchakarma, is being done. It should not always be done by your own self without any monitoring. And wherever possible, experts are experts. At least when you are coming to us for consulting at the Chandigarh center during my OPDs, or if you are coming to meet any of our doctors, do not come for a single day. At least spare out some days over there at that time so that you can be trained in a better way. Because all these things are therapeutic procedures, and what we can train you sitting just next to us, despite all our efforts, despite all your efforts, there may be some deficiencies which still remain when we are only and only training you online. So that is the reason. So going back to the next question now, then the next question is from there are lot many things which have been shared my way in case of Aragya Jyoti, and going to Sana Junaid. Sana ji, I have mentioned over here that hi sir, I am mother of Muhammad Hussain. Sana is a name which is very close to me. My daughter is also having the name Sana. So we are having the same name. So you have mentioned that I am mother of Muhammad Hussain. मोहम्मद हर्ब लेने में बहुत तंग करते हैं. मैं मिल्क में ऐड कर सकती हूँ ब्रेनोआर हॉटसिप एंड बबूना. 3 मंथ से वो बहुत लेजी हैं. आफ्टर हर्ब प्लीज हेल्प. 1 मंथ मुक्ता पिष्टी भी लिए हैं, एंड अगेन मैं हर्ब ऑर्डर करने वाली हूँ कि कोई हर्ब चेंज करनी होगी या सेम देनी होगी. सना जी कहाँ से? मोहम्मद जुनेद की हम बात कर रहे हैं, और 5.2 ईयर्स के हैं मोहम्मद, और आशिमा आपके कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं. और देखिए, आप तो मुझे मिलना ही है यूके के अंदर, तो आप बिल्कुल भी मत घबराएं. यूके में जब 22 को मैं आऊँगा, हम डेफिनेटली तब आपस में कैचअप भी करेंगे और मैं सारे रीजंस देख लूँगा. और जहाँ तक सवाल है कि मोहम्मद जुनैद जो हैं वो पसंद नहीं कर पा रहे हैं टेस्ट को, वैसे तो ऐसा कभी होता नहीं है, तो आप ब्रेनोआर कंसंट्रेटेड की जगह इस बार हम ब्रेनोआर माइल्ड भेजेंगे. तो आशिमा आप नोट कर सकते हो, ब्रेनोआर माइल्ड तीनों टाइम जाएगा मोहम्मद जुनैद के केस में. वो टेस्टी भी ज़्यादा है, आप स्क्रीन पर देख पा रहे हैं इसको. ये टेस्टी भी उससे ज़्यादा लगेगा, और इससे वो आपको बिल्कुल भी स्लोनेस वाली फीलिंग भी, लेजी वाली फीलिंग भी हरगिज नहीं आएगी. तो बाकी चीज़ें जब मैं आपको मिलूंगा. और ब्रेनोआर व्हाट्सएप डीएस अभी के लिए हम नहीं देते हैं. तीनों टाइम ब्रेनोआर माइल्ड चलेगा, 15 ml टीडीएस, हॉटसिप और डीएस, इसे अभी हम नहीं देंगे. बाकी फिर जब हम मिलेंगे वहां पे, तो हम और भी चीजें आगे डिस्कस करेंगे. सो आपके जितने भी क्वेश्चंस मुझे आ रहे हैं, वो क्वेश्चंस मेरे लिए प्रायोरिटी रहेंगे. इसीलिए बहुत बार जनरल बातें करनी होती हैं, लेकिन वो मिस आउट हो जाती हैं. और सीमा राजपूत जी, आपने बताया है कि गुड मॉर्निंग डॉक्टर शर्मा, Kian is facing difficulty with sleep as of now. Since last 2 weeks he wake up early, he wakes up during night 2 to 3 times. I take him and put him for sleep. Before he was sleeping completely for 8 hours. I'm not sure if it is associated with the treatment or Shiropichu, or it may get improved eventually. Please guide me. So सीमा जी, आपके केस में मेडिसिन क्या चल रही हैं, मुझे वो देखना पड़ेगा. If you can help me out with that, because your coordinator hasn't written it for me, and there is no patient code over here from where I can figure that out. But if you are doing Shiropichu at night, you can change the timing of Shiropichu, and you can try adding some lavender oil. Lavender oil head massage really improves the sleeping pattern of a child. So as of now, since no, I'm not having further details, सीमा जी, सो इतना ही बता पाऊंगा अभी के लिए. निरंजन पटेल जी, निरंजन जी आपने कहा सर आपकी मेडिसिन से कब तक चलेगी? मेरा बच्चे एक केस में एक स्पीच है प्रॉब्लम सर, बाकी सब समझता है, स्कूल भी जाता है सर. सर मेरा बच्चा हकलाता है, मेरे बच्चे को सर ऑटिज्म नहीं है, स्पीच अच्छी है, लेकिन कभी कभी चुप हो जाता है. नेहा मिश्रा आपके कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं, 13.9 ईयर्स एज है, गुजरात से आपने ज्वाइन किया है. सर एक आपके केस में देखिए, बहुत अच्छी बात है, ऑटिज्म नहीं है, और केवल हमने स्टैमरिंग को दूर करना है. वचादी घृत का इस्तेमाल आपको करना है, मेरी टीम से आप बात कर सकते हैं, और ब्रेनो ए का इस्तेमाल आपको करना है. केवल दो चीजें, वचादी घृत और ब्रेनो ए, केवल दो चीजों का इस्तेमाल कीजिए. और ये ब्रेनो ए सिर्फ आप स्क्रीन पर देख भी पा रहे हैं अपने, इसका इस्तेमाल करना, और वचादी घृत का. इसके अलावा हेड मसाज कर सकते हैं आप सेम वचादी घृत के साथ, वो भी लाभ करेगा. बहुत चीजें करने की अभी के लिए जरूरत नहीं है. दिस इज वॉट यू नीड टू बी डूइंग. John Wick ji, a very great day to you, and yes, me too. I'm also eagerly waiting to meet you over there. So let's catch up over there, and then Sumita ji, your ID is there, sir. the main issue with Toshiv is he's not eating his food properly. He's not interested at all. This is leading to his weakness and repeatedly getting some health issues. Sumita ji, are you our regular patient? Is Toshiv taking proper treatment from us, or is it for the first time that we are connecting with each other? Please let me know that. And if there is some treatment, and Seema, I would request you, since the patient code is shared with us, if you can share us the details over there so that it makes it easier for me and I can reply them back further in details. And coming back to you, John Vigji, I'll be there in London from 22nd to the 29th. And for all of you also who have joined us from UK, uh, unluckily that got delayed getting over there due to some a bit of war-like situations which started arising over there, and I had to delay my being over there in UK for some time. Apologies for the inconvenience, but now finally the dates are decided. The venue shall be the same, which was last time, Omnia. You can reach out the team for the exact location and the timings, but please be sure that you are not coming with either pre-appointment, because then it will become really tough for us, as I have to rush back over here for some pre booked OPDs over here. So the time will be limited over there. So please make sure, if you are an existing patient with us, do not miss out on the slot and be very particular that you are having a slot already allocated to you. So the next question which I have over here, and now I have some details in case of Toshev. So in case of Toshev, the details which have been shared my way by the coordinator are that Toshev is from Nepal, Brenoir, Mukta Pishti, Sarastar system with gold is being given. So ABA 20 sessions have been done with Vidhi. So over here, what we can do over there is that since you also came to us for 31 days in March, Vidhi has been doing the things for you. In that case, let us add Viti over there for the ABA part in regards of being choosy for not eating what you want him to eat. So I'll be allocating Viti for some sessions along with Vidhi to you. And while that is being done, you can also add Jatragni syrup. Jatragni syrup is a syrup which improves the digestion as well as appetite for a child who is suffering from autism. So Jatragni syrup is something which can be added over there along with the rest of the medications. And coming to the next questions, Kamaljeet Kaur ji, Kamaljeet ji, you have mentioned this is Kamaljeet Kaur, Nanki Kaur's mom. I just wanted to know, when will you be visiting New York? Kamalji ji, thanks for joining us, and I'll be there in New York most probably by the end of September. It should be in the last week of September. By the grace of Almighty, I have been invited uh, at United Nations uh, in the month of October, in the first week of October. So prior to that, I'll be visiting New York. I'll be visiting Toronto. I'll be visiting Edmonton. I'll may not be able to go to Vancouver and California, being on entirely separate coast and very far away from those places. But if I could make over there, I'll try being at one of the places at least over there. I'll definitely be looking forward to catching up you over there, and I hope all is going on perfect in case of Nanki, and I hope you're doing the ABA sessions pretty consistently. So moving ahead. See, when we talk about ABA, I was just explaining it to one of my patients who I was speaking to prior to this live session. Another patient was asking me that every week, for twice a week, 2 days in a week, a ABA expert, he visits our house and he trains our child. I was very doubtful whether it is ABA that is going on or it is OT that is going on, because generally whenever I check out with the patients, whenever I see, I mean, most of the kids, it is the OT which is confused for uh, ABA. Let me show you OT to you on the screen. As you can see on the screen, green कौन सा है, rectangle में डालो, these kind of stuffs. Now when you see someone commanding your child, guiding you like this, And remember, that is OT. We can give commands in ABA also, but the ABA which I talk about, the ABA which I want for the children, you can again see on the screen. ABA can be a command based ABA, ABA can be a non command based ABA. A very delicate balance has to be maintained. At least in 70% of the cases where I use ABA for the kids, I don't go for a command based ABA. A command based ABA is never going to make your child perfectly all right. And what we want over here is a perfectly all right child. So that is something which is very important for us to realize. So going to the next question. The next question is from Raj Kishore Mahatoji, and the ID is shared with me, but the question is not shared with me. Raj Kishore ji, I'll be waiting for your question also. I welcome you to this live session. And Prem Shankar ji, you are there with us. You have asked, hello sir, शिरोपिचू पंपकिन ऑयल पीहू की स्पीच क्लियर नहीं है, क्या शिरोपिची वचादी घृत से कर सकते हैं? यस प्रेम जी, वचादी घृत will be a better option for the clarity of speech, because vacha really works towards clearing the speech. A shiropichu which is done with a pumpkin oil is very good for hyperactivity, but a shiropichu which is done with a vachadi grit in a child who is not suffering from who is not too hyperactive, we are not to use Vachadighrit in everyone's case. If your child is not too hyperactive and we are going to work on the hyperactivity of your child, then the hyperactivity requires a pumpkin oil chiropichu. But if the child is non-hyperactive and we are targeting speech, then we require a shiropichu with Vachadighrit. So yes, you definitely can go for a shiropichu with Vachadighrit. It will be good for your child. And there are some questions, there are some very nice interactions which I am missing out, not intentionally, unintentionally, like Shima Rajputji, Montreal. I would definitely love to, but I cannot commit whether I'll be over there. And there are multiple other questions also. Kuljit ji, not, we don't have any center in Birmingham right now. We were planning to have one few years back. At that time, we also had one center in Slough, which was regularly working. But then there was some family priorities and there were some uh, increase in the number of cases of autism all of a sudden, and we were too burdened up with the number of cases coming to us, specifically after COVID, when there was a restriction of a child to a home. Now we say man is a social animal. The child requires to be social even more than we adults. So due to those lockdowns, all of a sudden the number of autistic kids, it went many folds. So we always believe to give quality rather than quantity. So rather than increasing the number of centers, we had to shut down some of the centers because the quality of therapists, you can't imagine how strict we are with our ABA experts. Every month we see some of them running away because they are not ready to work with our ideology. And we believe that if we are to work, it needs to be perfect, because we are very well aware how you put your belief onto us. It is a matter of pride for us that you believe on us, you put uh, a belief on us, you share your feelings with us, you share your child's life with us. We need to be living up to your expectations. That is why we have lesser number of centers, but wherever we have centers, we always make it very sure that we live up to your expectations. We don't let you down. So that's why. And yes, we need a ABA center over there, and we need a ABA center. We need number of ABA centers, but unluckily, the therapists, they are not willing to work on the exact ideologies on which I want them to work. It is tough to be reading someone's behavior, the behavior of a child, and working according to that. That is why, by the grace of Almighty, till now I have trained more than 1,000 parents, and there are many ABA therapists now. We have trained thousands and thousands of parents, but at least 1,000 of them are working for children of other parents now. They're training them also, and some of them have even opened centers with us. So let us hope that one of the parents, this child is perfectly all right and he is feels that yes, now I am going to be the one who is going to do that thing for the society at Birmingham. And believe us, we are always there at support for anyone who wants to do that. So going ahead to the next question, we have Raj Kishore ji. You have written कि मेडिसिन चल रही है ब्रेनोआर SF, कुकरबिटा ऑयल, बबूना ऑयल, बचादे घृत, ऑर्गेनिक कैल्शियम पाउडर चल रहा है। लेकिन राज किशोर जी, आपका क्वेश्चन अब ऊपर चले गया है पहले वाला, एंड अब ये वाला जवाब जो मेरे पास आया है बाद में आया है, तो दोनों चीजें मिक्स हो गई हैं। कुछ गलत नहीं बता पाऊंगा, लेकिन पता नहीं है कि आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है। आपने मैम ये तो बता दिया कि पेशेंट आईडी क्या है, दवाइयां भी बता दी, लेकिन सवाल अभी भी नहीं आया कि आप एग्जैक्टली मेरे से आपके मन में क्या सवाल है। अगर आप पूछें तो मैं डेफिनेटली आई वुड लव टू रिप्लाई यू बैक। एंड गोइंग फर्दर हेड, रजत जी, आपने डिटेल बताई है मधु वर्मा जी की, और आपने बताया है मेजर कंसर्न्स इन केस ऑफ दिव्यम आर 80 years ऑफ एज, एंड मेजर कंसर्न्स आर स्पीच डिले, सेल्फ टॉक, सेल्फ लाफ। सेल्फ लॉक तो बहुत जल्दी कवर हो जाएगा मधु जी, दैट इज समथिंग विच वी आर बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ ऑलमाइटी very quickly we are able to give results in that. And speech delay is there. I would like to know what level of speech delay is there. Is it a complete speech delay, or is he using some words? I would like to know that also. Not aware of danger. Yeah, we need to be working on that. Through ABA is a picky eater. We may not be able to work very quickly towards him being a picky eater, because many a times the children who are suffering from autism are pittaj, and a pittaj child is a picky eater. So as a result of that, we may not be able to work immediately on him being a picky eater, but we definitely will be working on speech delay, self-talk, self-laugh. So even the frequent motion which you are sharing 3 times a day, that is a Pittaj characteristic. That again gives me an insight that yes, he is a Pittaj child. So don't worry at all. And you mentioned that you took some homeopathic medications and you did not give a medication to your child due to safety concerns. I can very well understand that. See, we may be taking anything ourselves. When it comes to a child, parent is always very much cautious about what is being given to the child. In our case also, you can ask for all the ingredients of our medication. Rajat will love to share all those details with you. Majority of our medicines are GMP certified, some of them are organic certified. When we are shipping it in US, many of them are FDA inspected. So we try to make our medicines as safe as possible for children. Even the preservatives, we avoid those preservatives. If you see the majority syrups here in India and even outside India, they may contain parabens, and parabens are not too safe. They are banned in some of the countries. Still, they are being used in syrups. That's why we prefer dry syrups. We make small sizes so that we don't need to add any preservatives. So we go to that level of safety, because I always believe if I am prescribing something to your child, I should be having entire faith in the safety profile of that medication, that if I have to give that medication, the same one, the same batch to my child, I am confident enough to give that without the slightest of fear in my mind. And by the grace of Almighty, yes, we have that faith in the safety. हर्षित जी, आपने लिखा है तरुण जी, मैंने मुक्ता पिष्टी मंगवाई है, बेटे को कितनी मात्रा में देनी है? हर्षित जी, देखिए, अगर आपने मुक्ता पिष्टी मंगवाई है, मिनिमम क्वांटिटी 62.5 मिलीग्राम एंड द मैक्सिमम क्वांटिटी 500 मिलीग्राम। लेकिन आपको एक बार डिस्कस करना पड़ेगा हमारे डॉक्टर्स के साथ कि हमने हर्षित के केस में कितना मुक्ता पिष्टी जो है वो एडवाइस किया है। बॉडी वेट और एज के अकॉर्डिंग ये डिपेंड करता है। और आगे हमारे पास है मधु जी, आपने लिखा है दिव्यम्स मॉम, माय सन इज एपिलेप्टिक एंड ऑटिस्टिक, ही हैज micro deletion in chromosome at 16 level. Sir, I want to know what kind of treatment he can get. His epilepsy can be treated with Ayurveda. See, whenever we talk about any micro deletion in chromosomes, now chromosomal aberration, जहाँ पे अनुवांशिक रोग आ गए, where कोई 100% नहीं है that a child will completely come out of it, but ये 100% that a child will improve with Ayurveda. We cannot change the genes of anyone, but we can always modify the effects of what the genes are giving on the child. So at a right age, at young age, if children they come to us, there are a lot of miraculous changes which happen in children who are suffering with genetic manifestations. So when a child is getting epileptic seizures and we talk about a deletion A micro deletion in chromosome 16, it's a micro deletion. It is not a macro deletion. It's not a too much of genetic aberration that has occurred. If you can supplement that with a MRI of brain, if you are having in any case, or a PET scan of brain, that will even give me further insight in that, and that will even help it me in giving a firm reply to you. But one firm reply is sure from my end, you will definitely get improvement with Ayurveda. If you add on the reports and further details, and once you're sitting there in front of me, I would be in an even better position to reply you back in regards of that Caesars. And going ahead, Raj Kishore ji, you have asked Breno R plus SF कुकर बिटाइल बबूना बचादी घृत पेशेंट ये है एबीए सेशन गुंजन मैम ले रहे हैं स्पीच के लिए ब्रेनो ए ले सकते हैं क्या स्पीच नहीं आया कुछ भी नहीं अगर स्पीच नहीं आ रहा है तो मैं आपका मेडिसिन चेंज नहीं करना चाहूँगा मैं आपका साइकोलॉजिस्ट चेंज करना चाहूँगा गुंजन हमारे यहाँ पे एक एंट्री लेवल के साइकोलॉजिस्ट हैं लेट अस चेंज टू अ सीनियर साइकोलॉजिस्ट एक सीनियर साइकोलॉजिस्ट के सेशन हल्के से एक्सपेंसिव ज़रूर रहेंगे आपको गुंजन के सेशन से बट वो रिजल्ट्स और जल्दी देंगे तो बेटर है आपके सेशंस हम स्टार्ट करवाते हैं दिव्यांशी के अंडर या दिव्यांशी या विटी उन दोनों से में किसी एक से आपके जो सेशंस जो हैं वो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं सो there are multiple things which I want to discuss with you. There are multiple questions and multiple points which I want to bring to your notice. But one small message before we leave, all of you who are going to meet over there in UK, one family member of yours. This time I'll be doing a pulse diagnosis for one family member of yours. It's not required in autism, it's not required in children. But yes, a pulse diagnosis really gives a lot of insight into what is going on inside our body and what we need to be caring for our body. So whosoever is going to get that pulse diagnosis from your family, please ensure that 3 hours prior to being over there with me, don't take anything. You can take your breakfast, you can take a meal. There should be a gap of 3 hours between the meal you take and the time you are there with me. So I am looking forward to meeting you over there. And Krishinia, it will be great to have you over there in August with us. For all of you where I couldn't take the question, my sincere apology to you. I'll definitely be catching up with you guys for the next session, and I would be expecting you guys to like this video, to share these videos. Your support always matters a lot to us. Thanks for being with us. Have a good day.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name Parth, age 3 years, disease autism. Chief complaints: speech delay, hyperactivity, irritative behavior, less understanding. Parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on April 2023 at 1:09 p.m. and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. He did not respond clearly and showed irritative behavior most of the times.
करो
आ जाएगा वो
कलर करो वेरी गुड पार्ट कलर करो नो इस हैंड से कर वेरी गुड इसके अंदर रख दो वेरी गुड पापा का हैंड दीदी का हैंड करो वेरी गुड खाओ वेरी गुड हेलो पेरेंट्स पार्थ हेलो करो ये पार्थ है मेरा बेटा 4 साल का होने वाला है लास्ट ईयर जुलाई में हम डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा सर के यहाँ पहुँचे थे हमें एक सर ने मेरे बताया था सर के बारे में हमने सोचा कि आज 9 महीने में पार्थ मम्मा पापा हमसे बोलेगा इतनी जल्दी हम तो मतलब बड़ा एक माँ पेरेंट्स के लिए कहता है कि कब हम मम्मा पापा सुनेंगे पार्थ के मुँह से आज पार्थ मम्मा पापा और बिग सेंस सब कुछ बोलता है भगवान की कृपा से और सर की मेडिसिन और सर के गाइडेंस से आज 9 महीने में पार्थ एक नियर टू नॉर्मल लाइफ जी रहा है और स्कूल में भी पार्थ प्ले ग्रुप में था अभी जस्ट 15 दिन पहले ही फिर स्कूल में मैम ने बोला कि पार्थ को हम नर्सरी में भेजेंगे और जो सर ने जो लाइफ में हमारी खुशियाँ दी हैं बहुत एक पेरेंट्स के लिए इससे ज़्यादा और क्या हो सकता है कि उसका बच्चा इतनी जल्दी और इतना अच्छा इम्प्रूवमेंट हो जाए एक पेरेंट्स के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है थैंक यू सर थैंक यू वेरी मच हमारी लाइफ में इतनी बड़ी खुशियाँ देने के लिए थैंक यू एंड वेलकम
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Vivan, age 4.5 years old, disease, autism. Chief complaints, speech delay, less understanding ability, inexpressive, sensory issues, lack of focus. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Naveed Sharma on 27th November 2022 at 11 o'clock am and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The chief complaint was speech delay, unable to write and sensory issues. The child could not write by himself. He was also not very socially active. Throughout the treatment, significant improvement was seen in the child. He started writing on gave answers and also became active. He started interacting more and gave answers instantly. His focus also saw an improvement. He also participated voluntarily in activities and also excelled academically. Instant responses were also seen within a few months of treatment. With improved attention span, he became quick in recognizing and mind games as well. He was able to interact more with peers, participate in class and also understand things in a better way.
हाय, मेरा नाम प्रिया है एंड मेरा बेटा है 5 साल का होने वाला है एंड मुझे नवदीप सर से मेडिसिन लेते हुए मोर देन 1 ईयर हो गया है एंड आई हैव चेंज लाइक आई हैव सीन इमेंस चेंज इन माय सन। लाइक जब हम यहाँ पे आए थे तो ही वाज लाइक तो एक वर्ड ही बोलता था एंड जब से हमने मेडिसिन शुरू की है एंड मेडिसिन के साथ साथ शिरोधारा भी इसकी मोर देन 1 ईयर से चल रही है एंड विद कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ दिस मेडिसिन ड्रास्टिक चेंज है। जैसे अभी वो सब कुछ अपनी चीज़ें 99% अपनी चीज़ें वो बता पाता है ईजीली एंड दैट टू दे स्टार्टेड मेकिंग फुल सेंटेंसेज ऑल्सो। क्लास में भी अकेडमिकली ही इज गोइंग सुपरबली ऑसम। ही हैज स्कोर्ड 88% इन हिज लास्ट टर्म एंड जहाँ पे जब वो नर्सिंग था ही जस्ट स्कोर्ड 55%, नॉट इवन 50%। एंड अभी जस्ट टर्म ए में ही इज इन जूनियर केजी, अभी टर्म ए में उसके 88% नंबर आए हैं। नाउ ही हैज स्टार्टेड राइटिंग ऑल्सो। पहले वो मतलब पकड़ के लिखता था, पेंसिल पकड़ के, उसका ग्रिप भी प्रॉपर नहीं था बट अब वो लिखने भी लग गया है। प्लस मुझे जो मेडिसिन से जो मुझे मेन फ़र्क दिखा है दैट इज़ सेंस, जो मुझे चाहिए था कि सेंस में थोड़ी सी डेवलपमेंट। पहले उसको फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता था कि कोई घर में आ रहा है जा रहा है, वो जस्ट कमांड वाइज ही चल रहा था। लाइक ही स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग माई कमांड्स, लेकिन अपने दिमाग से वो कुछ नहीं कर रहा था। बट जब से मेडिसिन लेना शुरू किया आफ्टर 3 मंथ्स मुझे ज़्यादा चेंजेस दिखे हैं। 3 मंथ्स में धीरे धीरे चेंज आए। अब विद इन अ ईयर तो ड्रास्टिक चेंज है। जैसे उसको देख के आप बोल ही नहीं सकते हो कि दैट ही हैड माइल्ड ऑटिज्म, तो उसको माइल्ड ऑटिज्म ही था बट अब वो माइल्ड ऑटिज्म के स्पेक्ट्रम से भी निकल गए। अब जस्ट उसके थोड़े सिम्टम्स रह गए हैं एंड वी आर स्टिल इन टच विद नवदीप सर। वी आर स्टिल टेकिंग द मेडिसिन। उनकी जो भी गाइडलाइंस है, बीट डायट, बीट उनका यंत्र, वी आर डूइंग दैट रिलीजियसली एंड आई मीन इट। विद दैट हम उनको हीलिंग म्यूजिक भी सिखाते हैं जिससे बच्चा इंटरनली भी हील होता है। मेडिसिन हम दे रहे हैं। So I'm quite happy with the medicines and facilities. The doctors are every time available और मुझे हफ्ते में 1 साल से ज़्यादा हो गया, मुझे हफ्ते में 1 कॉल ज़रूर आता है यहाँ से that you know whether the things are going right, विवान के बारे में कि वो कैसा चल रहा है। तो like they are in touch, the whole team is in touch with me more than 1 year. मेडिसिन यहाँ पे टाइम से आ रही है, हमें घर पे डिलीवरी मिल जाती है। जब हमें आना होता है नवदीप सर के हमें कॉल्स आ जाते हैं that you know वो अवेलेबल है if you want to meet। तो the as a crux, I'm satisfied with the medicines also and with the staff also. Thank you.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Anu Pratap, age 6.7 years old, disease, autism. Chief complaints, hyperactivity, speech delay, communication, short sitting, problem with understanding. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Naveed Sharma on 2nd November 2022 at 11 o'clock am and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The chief complaints of the parents of the child were hyperactivity, speech delay and short periods of sitting. The child also did not communicate much. Within a year of treatment from ND Care, a significant improvement was witnessed in the child. His condition showed positive results with reduced hyperactivity, improved speech, better understanding and longer sitting. He even communicated and expressed his feelings in detail. Participation amongst peers has also increased. The child also participated actively in the school activities and showcased confidence.
बच्चे का ट्रीटमेंट में चल रहा है तो हमारे बच्चे की बहुत अच्छी इम्प्रूवमेंट है। पहले तो हमारा बच्चा बात भी नहीं करता था, बिल्कुल समझता नहीं था। अब उसकी स्पीच भी आई है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई है। बच्चे अभी मतलब बैठ जाता है, पहले 10 मिनट में बैठता था। अब काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई है बच्चे की, पहले कुछ नहीं था। तो सारी वाली तो पाना है ना।
हम लोग भोपाल से आए हैं। मेरा बेटा जब 3.5 साल का था तब वो उसको डायग्नोस हुआ था ऑटिज्म। फिर मैं रेगुलर रिसर्च करती रहती थी। तो मैंने एक बार यहाँ इंस्टीट्यूट का और ND केयर के बारे में सर्च किया तो यहाँ पर पूरे कॉन्फिडेंटली सर ने बोला है कि ये तो एक टेम्परेरी स्टेज है लाइफ में। तो वहाँ से मुझे लगा एक बार मुझे देखना चाहिए। फिर मैंने ऑनलाइन सेशंस लिए, थोड़ी हाइपर एक्टिविटी कम हुई, थोड़ी सी स्पीच भी डेवलप हुई फिर उसके बाद हम लोगों ने फिजिकली ये जो चंडीगढ़ सेशन है यहाँ पे जो उनका सेंटर है यहाँ हम लोग आए, वहाँ हम लोगों ने पूरा जो उनका पंचकर्म और सारे जो सेशंस होते हैं पूरा EVA क्लासेस सारी। तो अभी हमारा आज 4 दिन में मुझे काफ़ी अपना बच्चा रिलैक्स लग रहा है, उसमें काफ़ी अच्छे चेंजेस मुझे देखने को मिल रहे हैं। स्पीच भी जनरेट होना और अच्छे से स्टार्ट हो रही है, सेंटेंस भी सिर्फ दीवार है वो बोल रहे हैं। और यहाँ के जो सारे स्टाफ मेम्बर्स हैं वो काफ़ी सपोर्टिव हैं, बहुत अच्छे से सारी सेशंस और क्लासेस जो भी होती हैं सारी चीज़ें हम सही कराते हैं। यहाँ का स्टे भी बहुत अच्छा है, तो मुझे यहाँ ओवरऑल बच्चे को भी काफ़ी मदद मिली इन चीज़ों से, काफ़ी